Hello crafty friends, welcome back, it's Laura. Gosh, it has been a while since we've used that intro jingle, but I am back with a Love from Lizi video sharing 3 cards made from her latest kit to celebrate the fact that there is a Black Friday deal going on right now. It has just started, so you have my full permission to pause this video and go check it out using the link in the description. You can get free international shipping on peel-offs. The only criteria is that you have to buy at least 20 individual sheets, so any multi-packs will count as one item, and you can only have peel-offs in your basket. So let's go ahead and make some cards using peel-offs. For this first card, I've cut down a piece of patterned paper to be my background, and then I've cut 3 identically sized rectangles of an additional patterned paper, and I'm just going to go ahead and layer these up. It's been a while since I've posted a card making video, so I wanted to keep these really simple and really quick and easy. So you can see it's going to be kind of a cute design with those rectangles cascading across the front of the card. But we're going to use peel-offs to fake some matting and layering. So at the start of the video, I showed some of the different designs that you can get the peel-offs in and also some of the different finishes. There are so many combinations of design, finish, and kind of color. So yeah, definitely check it out. Okay, so here I'm using the pinstripes and I'm going to speed this up. I'm laying them down around the edges of each of the rectangles, and I'm also going to use a thicker width to outline my entire patterned paper piece. This is going to create the effect of a fake layer of cardstock behind this, but I haven't had to kind of hide away a big chunk of my cardstock, and I can also have like a glossy finish, which is really nice. So once I've gone around everything, you'll notice I've overlapped the corners, and that's because I'm going to grab my craft knife and just press it into those corners to miter them, which is essentially just cutting them at an angle so they butt up together really nicely. This really helps to kind of fake that matting and layering effect. So I'll work through cutting all these corners, and then I'm going to add some embellishments. These are some of the ephemera pieces from the latest Love from Lizi kit. I love ephemera. I really enjoy stamping and colouring, but it takes a long time, so sometimes it's really nice to just have these quick and easy ephemera pieces that you can just stick down or pop up on some foam tape like I have, and it really brings a card together quickly. I'm using one of the sentiments from the kit and my Mini Misty to go ahead and stamp this down using VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which is one of my favourites for sentiments. So now I'm also going to use the peel-offs to decorate the inside of my card. I have a small piece of the patterned paper which coordinates with the patterned paper that I used on the front. Coordinates because it's the same paper. And I'm going to go and lay down the peel-offs. So I'm guessing you've checked the description by now for the link to the Love from Lizi deal. Also, you will have noticed in the description are some links to additional videos. Some of the Love from Lizi design team, including Lizi herself, have made some videos to celebrate this Black Friday deal, so be sure to check those out in the link below as well. So there's my first card. Let's jump into the next one. Here I'm using some more of those ephemera pieces, and I have this gorgeous penguin paper. I think it's so cute. This time I decided to use a grey card base. I felt like the grey paired really nicely with the pink, and this was using the cardstock that came in the kit. I have a different design of peel-offs here. These ones are in a mirror finish and they have that wavy edge to them, and it kind of looks like a scalloped finish. So here I'm going to lay this piece down, and then I'm going to take another peel off and put it onto the other side. So we have almost like those 2 scalloped edges hiding behind this grey piece of cardstock. Now, this year I have been so behind on my card making, and these are actually the first Christmas cards that I have made all season, which is crazy. We're less than a month away. So I'm really glad that I managed to get a few of these finished, and I think by doing some simple layering with the patterned paper and the use of the ephemera, some basic stamping, and then just really kicking it up a notch with these peel-offs is just a great way to give your cards a little something extra. So I'm trimming off the excess, and then I'm going to take a circle. I die cut this using a stitched circle die, which I had in my stash. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick down this igloo and a polar bear in front of it. Again, these are from the ephemera pieces, and I'm using some foam squares to add a little bit of dimension to the back of the polar bear. I think this one looks really sweet. You could definitely leave it as is, but I decided to add a sentiment because this one fit just perfectly on that strip of grey cardstock, and I felt like it finished it off really nicely. So once I'd stamped down the season's greetings, I stamped it twice just to make sure it was really intense and dark. And then I'm adding some of these enamel dots. I decided to use a variety of different colours that I felt coordinated with this design. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish off the inside of this card. So again, I'm just taking a scrap of that same coordinating cardstock that I've used on the front, and I'm going to outline that in the peel-offs. I'm using the same design of peel-off, but a skinnier one, just so it has a little bit of a difference to the front, but it still ties in really nicely. And this time I'm just wrapping it around this white base. Because I used a grey card base, I like to insert a white panel so I've got a nice clean white surface to write my message. I just find it's a little easier, and to be perfectly honest, sometimes I go ahead and write my message before I glue it in, and that way if I mess it up I don't have to kind of trash the whole card because my handwriting's terrible. So there's a tip for you. So that is card 2 finished, and we're going to move into card number 3. So for this one, I'm working on a coloured card base again, and I also have a coloured panel. I'm using the navy cardstock that came in the kit and some of the patterned paper, and I've die cut this oval shape using a stitched oval nesting die set. I am in love with this deer. It is so beautiful. It's such an elegant design. I think just this heat embossed on a white card even would just make a beautiful card. And given how close we are to Christmas and how late I am in my card making, that might be a design I have to make like a million of. Maybe not a million, but several. So here I've stamped it down using VersaFine, which is a clear sticky ink, and it allows you to add embossing powder. I'm using a Love from Lizi embossing powder in silver, and you can see that that just sticks really nicely to where your stamping is. I can tip the excess powder back into the jar. I love those wide jars for that. Now I'm using my heat tool to heat set all of that powder, and watching this go from like a matte powder to a shiny finish is just beautiful. I think everybody that heat embosses kind of remembers the first time they saw it as being pretty magical. So this time for the peel-offs, I'm using them almost like twine wrapped around a card, but it is much prettier because it's sparkly. These are the peel-offs that came in the latest kit. They are iridescent with a mirror finish, I believe, or at least a silver finish, and they're really beautiful. So here I'm going to go and stick down the deer, and then I'll apply this whole panel to the front of my card. It is trimmed down to be slightly smaller than my card, and all of the cards that I've made today are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The cardstock that is included in Lizi's kit is designed to be cut in half and folded in half, and it will make a card of this size. So there we have card number 3 finished. I just need to add a little something to the inside, and again I'm taking a white panel to make it easier to write on the inside of this navy blue card base. I decided to use a tiny little ephemera piece. It's a coordinating deer, so it matches the front, and I felt like that worked really nicely just to finish off the inside of this card. Now all that's left to do is to stick it down, and that will be card number 3 finished. So that is my 3 cards made using Lizi's latest kit. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching, and if you haven't yet tried peel-offs, I would really encourage you to give them a go. They're so easy to work with, they're inexpensive, and free worldwide shipping. Again, just as a reminder, you do have to make a minimum purchase of 20 sheets, and any multi-packs will count as 1 sheet. I have my link in the description below for you to go and check out Lizi's website where you can buy these peel-offs, and also links to the design team videos where you can see some more inspiration for using peel-offs. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been a while since I've done a Love from Lizi video, and it's so nice to be back and sharing that with you all. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you wish to be notified when I post a new video. That's all from me today. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.